My name is Ron Snow, and for the past 4 years, I've undergone an aesthetic body transformation that left me unrecognizable. At the very start, I was the skinniest kid in my hometown. I had no dating life or attraction from girls, and I got respect from nobody. And by the end, I built an aesthetic, lean V-taper that got me the dating life that I wanted, the respect that I wanted. It improved my life overall. And that's the entire point of this channel, is me trying to give that to you. Today we'll be doing kind of just a simple Q&A. I've got a couple of questions that beginners might have in the gym, and I want to give my answers to them. First of all, what exercises should I focus on to build a balanced aesthetic physique? I would not think of this in terms of exercises. I would think of this in terms of muscle groups. There are a few important muscle groups that are crucial for building a V-taper. That's the V-shape physique that is proven to be the most attractive to the opposite sex. That is the shoulders, a broad chest, a wide back, as well as some other muscles such as your arms, your abs, and having a thick neck and big traps. You can do any exercise that you like. That's the thing here. It's like whatever exercise you most enjoy to work those muscle groups, do that, because that's the best for you. But it's important to just hit those muscle groups. But you can do those with multiple exercises. There are a couple of my favorites though. That is lat raises for your shoulders, because they target the lateral head, which is the side of the shoulder. That makes it extremely wide. Lat pull downs or wide grip pull ups to target the lat, which is that wing underneath the arm. That looks super good when you're like flexing and shit like that. That really adds to the V-taper. I would say chest dips for your chest. It's really difficult to do body weight dips, but if you can, do those. If you can't, do assisted dips. And if you can do body weight dips, try and do weighted dips as soon as you can. It's really good because it builds the outer and the lower chest, which really makes your chest look a lot bigger. As well, for chest, you should focus on incline movements. So incline dumbbell press, incline barbell press, because that'll really build the upper chest and give you a level of separation that normal flat bench can't. The second question is, how often should I work out each muscle group to see results? Twice a week is a good rule of thumb. The way you want to do it is work out the muscle group and then wait or have 2 days of rest for that muscle group before working it again. This is why splits are so good, the push-pull leg split, because you work push and then you have pull and leg before you work the push muscle again. But twice per week is a good rule of thumb. Now you might think, wait, wouldn't working them out more often lead to more muscle growth? But that isn't true. You might think that stimulating the muscle more and more often is better, but muscle growth is a two-part process. One, you have to stimulate the muscle growth, right? So work out intensely to force muscle adaptation. And two, you have to let the muscle grow. And if you don't let it recover, you'll actually end up with worse results. Question 3 is, what is the best way to structure my workout routine as a beginner? You're probably expecting me to suggest you do a 3-day-a-week routine or a 4-day-a-week routine or something like that. But I'm actually going to suggest that you work out 6 days a week and you do a split like push-pull legs. The reason is that even though the easier routines, the routines where you only work out a few days a week, are technically easier, they don't force you to adapt your habits as much. If you do a 6-day-a-week routine, right, you're constantly drilling into your head that I am someone that goes to the gym. I am an athlete. I go to the gym at this time every single day. Whereas if you do a 3-day-a-week routine or a 4-day-a-week routine, it's like every other day or every, third day or something like that. Sure, it might be more convenient in your schedule, but you're so much more prone to skipping. You're not going to be as invested. It's not going to take up as much time and be such a big part of your life. And so the likelihood that you just fall off because of that is very high. Whereas if you just go 6 days a week, but you kind of lower the time that you work out, right? You do like a very simple push-pull leg routine where you go in there and on push day you do couple exercises for push. Yes, it takes up more days of the week, but it's more convenient for you to integrate into your habits, right? It's like it becomes more automatic. It becomes a part of your daily routine. I recommend push pull legs to beginners. I think it's a fantastic routine. It's like the most followed. It's not perfect. And if you're going to become a bodybuilder or if you've got a few years under your belt in the gym, then yeah, you can change it up, right? You can modify it. But I think push pull legs is fantastic for beginners. It makes sure everything is worked nicely and it has a good focus on upper body, so it'll naturally give you an aesthetic physique, a V taper, without any changes. Question number 4 is how much weight should I start lifting and how do I know when to increase it? The answer is it depends on you. We all have different starting places when we first get into the gym. This is because of genetics. This is because of maybe our activity level before. When I first started, I was extremely skinny and weak, and so I could push far less than maybe someone who, I don't know, helps their father out on the farm or shit like that. So the starting place is not like it depends on you, right? But the answer is basically for you, whatever weight you can push 10 reps for, 10 repetitions for on an exercise is the weight that you should start at, whatever you can push 10 repetitions for comfortably. This means on exercises like the bench press, where you might be surprised by this, but most people can't do the bar on bench press. Most people cannot push the bar on bench press for 10 reps. If you can't, then don't do bench press. Go to dumbbell flat bench, grab whatever dumbbells you can do 10 reps for comfortably. Maybe that's 10 pounds, maybe that's 15 pounds, maybe that's less, maybe that's 5 pounds. Whatever it is, grab that and then perform 10 reps for, okay? And be happy with that. Be okay with that, right? When you first enter to the gym, you're going to have to be extremely humble because this is your body's first time exercising, right? We kind of have this image in our head of us where we think we're stronger than we actually are, right? We think, oh, we're strong, capable people even before we work out. And so when we get in the gym and we pick up the 15-pound dumbbells and we're like, oh shit, this is actually kind of hard. Our ego's like, no, I should be able to do more than this. This is bullshit. And you can get angry and upset and shit like that. But wherever you start at, just see it as like kind of a blessing. It's like you're getting a magnifying glass and you're finally seeing the truth of how strong you are. And like wishing you could be stronger isn't going to help anything, right? That's not going to help anything. So just be grateful that you can see where you're at right now. You have a number. Okay, 15 pounds. I can push 15 pounds for 10 reps, or I can push 10 pounds for 10 reps. Just be grateful that you know now. And then just focus on improving that over time. Now, how do you know when to increase it? The answer is try and increase the weight as often as possible. You're going to do it in a very specific way called progressively overloading. So progressively overloading is essentially when you want to go up in weight, you increase the weight and you lower the number of reps. And then you focus on increasing the number of reps with that new higher weight until you can get the previous number of reps, right? So I love 10 reps on things. 10 reps is like my magic number. That's my golden number. I've seen the most growth from focusing on 10 reps, which is like in the middle of the hypertrophy range, which is ideal for muscle growth. When you're doing an exercise and you want to progressively overload, do whatever weight you're comfortable doing 10 reps for one day, right? So you do 3 sets of 10 reps on, let's say, flat bench press, and you've got 10-pound dumbbells, and you do 3 sets of 10. And then next push day, to progressively overload, you're going to grab heavier dumbbells, grab the 15-pound dumbbells, and then lower the number of reps to 8. So your goal for those sets is now to just do 8 reps with heavier weight, with 15-pound dumbbells. And you should be able to do that, right? You should be able to accomplish that if you were able to push 10-pound dumbbells for 10 reps. And then you focus on increasing the number of reps over the different push days as you go on until you can hit 10 reps with 15-pound dumbbells, right? So After that push day, the next push day, you do 15-pound dumbbells, but you do 9 reps for 3 sets. And then the next push day, you try and do 15 pounds for 10 reps for 3 sets, right? And now we started with 10 pounds for 10 reps, and we've graduated to 15 pounds for 10 reps. And then guess what? You up the weight and you lower the reps again. So now you grab the 20-pound dumbbells and then you lower the reps to 8. Do this as often as you can with every exercise, because the more often you try and progressively overload, the faster you're going to build muscle and make gains. Actually, here's an actionable step right now. Go to your phone and go to the App Store and look up the Strong Fitness Tracker. If you don't have a fitness tracker already or a workout tracker already, download that and start tracking all of your workouts. You can log the number of reps, you can log the weight that you push and all of your sets, so that in the future, when you're logging more exercises, you can see the past reps and past weight that you logged. And so you know what weight you have to hit in order to progressively overload and improve. I use it all the time. I literally, hold on. I'm going to open it up and show you how many workouts I have logged in Strong right now, because it's insane. And these are all the workouts that I just track, which I don't track all of them. I should, but I don't. See that number? Is it going to focus? 450 workouts. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just love the app. The beauty of it is when you go in there and you start a new workout, you always know what you need to do to improve. You're never just guessing in your head like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym and I think I can hit this weight today. I don't remember exactly what I hit last time. Don't be like that, bro. Just track your shit, because it's so valuable. You will improve way faster just because you know, like, you can see your progress in real time. Go do that right now. That's an actionable step. If you care about your physique, if you care about your fitness journey at all, and you care about yourself, it's free. You have no excuse not to do it. Go to your phone, go to the App Store, download that, start tracking all of your workouts. By the way, I explain all of this in my full program. That's the top link in the description. If you're serious about building an aesthetic physique and you're willing to invest in yourself, you should click that link. You should pause the video, click that link, read the page, watch the video attached to that page to see what it's about, just to see if it's for you. And then if it doesn't seem like it's for you today, obviously you can just close that tab and come back here and watch the rest of this video. Question number 5 is, do I need to follow a specific diet to achieve an aesthetic body? The answer is yes, but that specific diet depends on where you're starting. You will start either extremely skinny and underweight, extremely overweight and fat, or what's most common, what most of you are starting as, is skinny fat. That is, you're skinny, right? You don't have a lot of muscle mass. You're skinny in places like your arms, your legs, your neck. So you're not big, but also you have fat in areas where it looks really bad. For example, like maybe you have a little bit of breast mass, you've got like a stomach and shit like that. It's the worst of both worlds. If you're skinny fat like most people, what you should do is go on a lean bulk. A lean bulk is basically, you know, your maintenance number of calories, which is the number of calories that it takes for you to maintain your current body weight without going up or going down. And then you increase that. So you eat more calories by about 200 to 300. So you eat 200 to 300 more calories than that, but it comes from like healthy, clean protein sources. So this could just be 2 scoops of whey protein in 20 fluid ounces of milk. That might be enough to just do it to start your lean bulk, right? What I would recommend is you download an app called MyFitnessPal. It's a free diet tracker, because when you set up an account with them, you can punch in your goals, you can punch in like all of your data, like your specific weight, how much you weigh right now, how much you want to weigh, how fast you want to gain weight, and shit like that. And then it'll give you specific numbers as to how much you should eat every single day. That's a great app. I recommend doing that because it takes a lot of the complication out of it. So we don't have to do some weird math on our end where we go and, you know, try and calculate our maintenance calories, and then, oh, okay, we have to see how many more it like triggers muscle growth and shit like that. I would recommend going to MyFitnessPal and setting up an account there. When you do this kind of lean bulk where it's just enough over your maintenance to gain weight, but it comes from clean protein sources, you'll notice that the working out will actually lower your body fat. So the working out itself, because you're burning more calories during the day, will lower your body fat and like it'll automatically set you in the right direction. And then as you lean bulk, you're also going to maybe gain some weight, but it'll be like good weight, right? You should not, this is a very good tip for beginners. You should not be worried about the number on the scale for most people. Don't worry about the number on the scale. What matters way more is your body composition, which is how much lean mass do I have and how much body fat do I have, right? You don't want to be those kind of people that are kind of like newbies at this and they go, "Oh, well, the number on the scale says I'm overweight." Without knowing exactly like, okay, but that could be muscle mass, that could be, body fat. We don't know. You have to get a body scan for that. So don't worry about the number on the scale. Worry about how muscular am I? Worry about lowering body fat and increasing muscle mass. If you're starting out skin and bones like I was, then I would do a heavy bulk where you don't worry about trying to hit the 200 to 300 calories, but do like a really heavy bulk. Go to MyFitnessPal, set your goal weight really high, and try and eat a lot of calories every single day. I think that the risk that you gain a lot of body fat from bulking up heavy is lower, much lower, if you have that kind of skinny body type. And if you're starting out really overweight and you're over 18, then you can consider a cut. If you're under 18, I would not cut no matter how overweight you are, because limiting the amount of food that you eat can stunt growth and cause some problems during puberty. And so I wouldn't do that. If you're under 18, if you're a kid and you're overweight, but you want to get in shape, what I would do is eat more protein. So eat more chicken, get some more protein sources, drink protein powder, whatever. Eat more protein in your diet to make you feel more full, so you end up eating less of the other stuff. Get your food from more healthy sources and work out, because working out will push you in the right direction. Cardio as well could be really good for you. If you start running on the treadmill, start doing stairmaster shit like that, that could help you, and you don't need to restrict your eating necessarily. So that could be enough to push you in the right direction. If you're over 18, then you can consider doing a cut. If you're like really overweight and it's like, okay, I need to get extremely lean, but still make sure that you're eating enough protein to support lean muscle growth, right? Make sure you're eating a fuck ton of protein so that you can still gain muscle even as you're cutting. I want to end this video with a little bit of motivation. If you watch this video to the end, if you are a beginner that just got into the gym and you're willing to improve yourself, you have my complete respect. Nobody does that. Nobody has the self-awareness to admit their flaws themselves, and then nobody takes action to improve themselves. Nobody does it. That already puts you in the top 20%, top 10%, whether or not you've achieved the results or not. You need to think about this like a journey. This is your fitness journey, your life. This is your physique. Get excited about improving it. Pretend you're an RPG character in a video game, right? And you're leveling up your physique, you're leveling up your strength, your endurance, you're leveling up certain muscle groups, right? Think about it like you're customizing your character. Get excited about it. Have fun with it. This is an extremely admirable thing. I know it seems like very little, like, oh, he's going to the gym, he's improving themselves. You are making your bloodline proud. When you get into the gym, maybe your sons or your daughters one day will say, oh, my dad's in the gym. I look up to him. I want to be healthy and fit and strong as well. You're making yourself proud as well. You're building something you can be proud of in the future. You will look back when you get your physique, not if, when you get your physique, you will look back to now and think, wow, I don't recognize who I was because I've changed so much. One day in the future, you will catch a glimpse of yourself in a car door or in a window or in the mirror. And you'll say, who the fuck is this guy? He's sexy as fuck. I can't even recognize him. I'm not at all the same person that I was so long ago. Make yourself proud too. What you're doing is incredible. I cannot explain to you the impact, the importance of building up your physique, building up your strength, building something that you can be proud of. Endure the journey, enjoy it, and always stick with it. If you got any value from this video, there's something you can do which is a win-win for both of us, which is to scroll down and click the subscribe button. I win because I get a new subscriber. You win because anytime I have a new insight, learn something new, or try something new, I can make a video and directly give you value. Thank you so much for watching. Go do that. Then go click the link in the description. That is my full program. see if it's for you. Anyways, I have a meal to eat and then a workout to hit. So have an amazing day. Bye.